Hello, welcome to the Honest Trailer Commentaries. Those are the iconic drums of the movie Predator, and also The Predator. I'm Spencer J. Gilbert, that's Joe Starr, that's Dan Murrell.
Hello.
We're talking about the honest trailer to The Predator, which you've hopefully just watched, and then come back to get our full, uncensored thoughts about this film, and if you stick around to the end, you'll catch some deleted scenes. Guys, this movie was a hot bag of poop.
I wish.
Yeah, go ahead. No, everyone at once.
I wish the weeks had been switched so that Juan was sitting here for this one because he actually liked this movie.
He kind of liked it. He forgave its sins.
I
want to yell at him for that.
Roll the history back and say when it came out, he was very much in favor of it. He thought it was a good movie. Maybe he's tempered his feelings. I just know that he and I had long discussions. But boy, did I not like this movie. Yikes. And I was so ready to love it.
I really wish I had seen this before we taped all our end of the year. What was the shittiest thing that happened in movies this year? Because this was it.
Yeah,
this movie was it. This was awful.
I'm choosing to feel bad for Shane Black because I can't imagine this is what he envisioned. But because, you know, he's been great as recently as The Nice Guys.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
It's weirdly bad for him.
It's weirdly bad.
I think Roth and I talked about it because I think we both reviewed it when it came out. I don't remember. I forget about these movies a week after I've seen them.
It's been 10 years this week.
This movie was genetically engineered to be forgotten.
It really seemed like it. But I think our working theory was that the studio interfered so much that at some point Shane Black, I'm going to use one of my F words, so spoiler alert.
Drop it.
At one point, Shane Black just said, "Fuck it. I'm taking all your notes, and they're all going in the movie." And so he just took every studio note that they gave him, every tweak, every plot, everything that Fox came back to him with, and he said, "Yep, it's going in the movie."
That's what you want. That's what you'll get.
And that's what you got was like studio notes in the movie.
You want him to have a dog? Sure, he's got a dog. Oh, the dog can't be evil?
Yeah.
All right, shoot him in the head. Oh, we can't shoot him in the head? Okay, the dog is good after he shoots him in the head.
It feels like the Kevin Smith story of working on Superman, and the executive was like, giant spider, he's got to fight a giant spider. Like there was someone who was just like, autism's the next step of human evolution, go.
Yeah.
And they were like, why does that have to do with Predator? Go. And he's like, okay.
Want an Iron Man Predator suit? Great. Got it.
Yeah.
Done.
Well, that was their fourth choice of ending.
That's right. It was Dutch.
Number one was Dutch showing up. Dutch said no.
Ripley?
Then they rewrote. Well, there was an even lamer one where it was just like he's like burying the members of the Loonies, and he looks up and he's like, "Fuck you, Predator." and then credits, and they're like, we need a little something more. And then the third one was, it's going to be either Ripley or Newt. Was a pitch with their face covered, because of course neither would agree to that, because it makes zero sense.
Yeah.
But it'd be like a Weyland-Yutani space capsule. And then
it's Woody Harrelson with a goofy blonde wig instead of a goofy red wig. And he's like, there's gonna be Newt.
Next time there's gonna be aliens.
Wink. Wink. And then what we got, which was the Predator, but like matte black, like someone like a tricked out Honda Civic version of the Predator with like loud muffler exhaust on the back.
The Predator suit that the Predator sent for us to defeat the Predator.
You brought up Azrael from Batman earlier, and that's what it looks. It looks like a '90s spike-covered like Rob Liefeld suit.
Yeah.
It looks ridiculous.
Yeah, no, it really looks like somebody put 40 grand into a 10 grand car. Just like, it's like a Predator with a really big spoiler on it and like some decals and stuff like that.
Yeah, no
it just
muffler.
looks really crappy.
Yeah, every time the face hits, something falls off of it. Yeah.
Ground lighting. Yeah, it's an ending. It's a franchise starter.
You put ground lights on your Tercel. Cool. Cool.
So, gosh, I don't know, man.
I mean, every step of this, it's just bad.
Yeah, and you can see the struggle to inject personality and flair into it, because there's a lot of banter. Ooh, boys, there are a lot of banter.
Yeah. And that was because I believe Fred Decker from the 80s came back.
The crackling dialogue of Monster Squad
came back to co-write this one, and it felt like a movie that was written in the 80s.
Yeah, it definitely felt like Wolfman didn't have nards in this movie.
Yeah, and just the idea of like, hey, Tourette's, that thing that makes you go, you know, that's what that is. Yeah, I know what it is. Anyway, yeah, he's got that. It was just like 30 years ago, I think that's what.
You can call that little freak the R word, but you know times have changed. So like you can't say that, but then say it again.
Right.
It's funny. It's funny.
Oh, you know, you can't say it, so we gotta address that. But you know, but you can. You can.
You know what everybody loves? These your mama snaps. They're the new thing.
My kids are using them all the time.
Yeah.
Your mother this, your mother that.
Yeah, it felt a bit. That was the other thing. Is the script felt like it was written in the '80s, but not in that charming way. But in the thing of just like, all of the wrong ways for it to have felt like it was written in the *80s. Like not even just
it
like
was hacky in the '80s. The script.
not even from just like an offensive standpoint, but just from like that was overplayed 30 years ago.
Yeah, that was like someone tried to pretend to be Andrew Dice Clay in the 80s. Like, that wasn't even the Dice Man.
It's like the Seinfeld thing when he thought that the dentist converted to use converted to Judaism to tell Jewish jokes.
Bryan
He's
Cranston.
like, that offends you as a Jew, and he says, no, that offends me as a comedian.
Yeah.
I felt about this script.
I'm offended as a comedian.
I'm offended as a moviegoer and someone who likes good writing.
Yeah. I did like Sterling K. Brown in this movie. I think he's the only one who is very aware of the film he was in. He's like, I'm going to chew the scenery, and
Literally,
if not, an entire pack of Nicorette gum per scene.
Yeah.
And he had the right kind of over-the-top attitude for like a Predator sequel, but everyone else is just a charisma void, and like you're getting the worst version of Keegan.
With this
Jane.
cast, that's not forgivable either.
It was a great cast.
Jacob Tremblay.
Even Logan
Everyone
guy.
else.
Everyone else, Logan guy,
Logan guy,
Thomas Jane.
He's good. In Logan, he's got like really good charisma. Like you like watching him. That scene where he gets in the car with Hugh, he's fun.
Alfie from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who has zero to do. Well, we'll do
watch
this.
the
Let's go
second.
frame by
Let's
frame.
just watch
Let's play the trailer.
down. Strap in, Dylan. Whoa.
Gotta fix that.
Well, we should pause.
Wait, what happened?
This is a
Now that the
rarity.
Terminator-
I missed it.
You are going to be watching. This is the final edit.
Oh, because we have Monday off. Yes, so this will be wrapped. The trailer will be wrapped by the end of the day, but we don't have graphics yet.
Yeah,
Final
so
graphics.
You're seeing the rare in progress version of what these trailers look like.
Prepare
when they're
to be
not done,
fascinated.
without the magic of Robert Holtby and
Yes.
his wonderful graphical creations. I will say our editors do fantastic mock-ups.
Yes.
They really
But
do.
so this is the rare unfinished honest trailer
Yep.
that you're seeing.
Now that the Terminator franchise has been run into the ground and the Alien franchise is on life support,
I'll do the fingering.
the Predator franchise will be dug up from its grave, dusted off, and have its face stomped in The Predator. Did you love the
Pause.
razor-focused?
I'm sorry. Even in the trailer, more than one Predator.
Yeah.
They already used Predators, though, right?
Yeah.
Predators
they
was
did.
used for the one that Rodriguez produced, right? That was set on the Predator homeworld.
I know
Yeah.
they're yeah. So I don't know, man.
The Predators?
The Predators, yeah, two
Predator
Predators.
3?
Maybe.
Because
Yeah.
this counts them
It does
all.
acknowledge it. It even has like nods to like
Hang
AVP and stuff.
Predator Requiem?
Sneeze. I'm good. You guys talk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just saying.
Predator Parabellum?
Nope, it's gone.
It's just a genuine lack of care for the or confusion about the movie that you're watching.
Yeah.
Pred Night Rises.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the twist.
it is.
Hey.
You think there's the Predator, but it's the Predators.
The Predators, like the producers.
Yes.
All right, play the dumb thing.
Did you love the razor-focused intensity of the first and only good one?
Yes.
I'll stand
Get
by
ready
that.
for the Predator
I don't
2
Too
care.
fans.
bad,
Don't care.
because this is a film about a team of outcasts being hunted by an alien
movie.
and a predator rebelling against his own people to
Interesting.
save the
Oh,
Earth,
sure.
and an autistic boy's unlikely gifts, and
Different
one
movie.
soldier's quest to clear his name,
B-plot
and
movie.
a biologist unraveling the mystery of
Different
predator-human
take,
evolution,
take on the
all
franchise.
at the same time.
Yeah.
In this sloppy mess, barely held together by dialogue written by Shane Black's character in Predator 1.
You know, I'd like a little
Eat your
Chase, you got a big
He called me a and nobody calls me so.
Huh? Meet the Loonies, outcast soldiers stripped of their ranks and
I
all but
wanted to
one
like
character
everyone in
trait.
this movie so
There's
much.
Thomas
Right?
Jane playing a man with movie Tourette's. Keegan.
Pause. Again, that's not how Tourette's usually manifests itself. But
And people knew that in like 1994. I mean,
Yeah.
And then there was another 10 years after people knew that in 1994 where movies still did it.
yeah,
Because there's like a 10-year gap, but are now in year 15 of knowing that that's still not how Tourette's works. But still, now we're back in
whatever.
1984.
I do maintain that there's a good movie to be made of a bus full of, let's say, war criminals, because all these guys are like charming war criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I shot all these people in the back. I did some things that.
It's annoying that they constantly lost sight of that because that was interesting.
Yeah,
It's
like these are people who actually, look, they don't deserve to die, but you wouldn't feel bad if a predator killed them.
Right.
Right.
But the idea that like they're gonna Walter White Breaking Bad make you like these horrible nightmare people because they're being stalked by a worse thing like that.
That's
it's
compelling.
interesting. Yeah, it's compelling.
Sure.
It's Predator on the road. They got to get to plot point B, and they're being stalked, but they have skills, but no one trusts them, and unlikely alliances happen between them and their guards and stuff. Like that's a good Predator movie.
If I ever write a movie where there's a bus full of prisoners and they have to get to where they're going, I'm going to name the prison Plot Point
We
B.
got to get to plot point.
We gotta get to Plot Point
Go,
B.
go, go.
Rendezvous at Plot Point B.
Yeah. See you there.
Now.
Yeah.
I have a question. I know the answer is because this movie's bad.
Sure.
But Tourette's guy, Thomas Jane,
Yes.
and Keegan, their arc is he's very antagonistic towards Tourette's guy. Then it's revealed right before they die that they love each other.
I think they just have
Or
the
they're just-
mutual respect that comes from both being half killed by a predator. And they're like,
Okay.
I guess we had more in common than we thought.
Okay.
And then they kill each other.
We're not so
Okay,
different,
got
you
it.
and I.
so different. We're both impaled literally at the same moment.
We've both been implanted on a tree in the forest by a weird dreadlocked alien monster. So
And that's their green book.
yeah.
Yeah. The stupidity of again the movie we just pitched of just alien hunts bus full of soldiers solves a problem that this movie had, which is the soldiers are constantly having to like ramp themselves up in order to even stay in the movie and like constantly be guilt tripped to keep going because the whole movie is about the predator hunting Charlie Hunnam Light's kid.
Yes.
It's all about them like going after him, and he's like, "Come on, you guys, like help me out, help me hunt this thing down." And they have no reason to do that.
That's
So
None
they just
whatsoever.
met the guy.
the easy fix to me is your whole I don't even think you do the cold open that the movie did. You just start with therapy group in their military supermax or whatever, and everybody's riding this guy because he says he's only in here because he saw an alien once and the government wants to keep it up. But you establish that they've been in here for a couple years. So there is maybe that bond.
I did like the cold open is one of the few things I liked about this movie because I was like, this is going to be absolutely insane, and maybe this will be entertaining because it opens up with a spaceship dogfight who then tears a hole in the fabric of space and teleports to above Earth.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to like snipers orchestrating like with their sights trained on a like Colombian drug deal hostage exchange. I'm like, okay, this got
There was an
even
assault
crazier.
Aldo happening.
Yeah, and then an alien ship crash lands during the drug deal. Like, this is bananas. Okay, and then it cuts to a school for special needs children. I'm like, these are the three least related movies of all time. How will they ever come together? And the answer is they don't
They
really.
don't.
They
It
just
did
happen
not.
in parallel.
They just throw more movies at
just
it. They
keep
try to
adding
beat it
movies.
into submission.
My issue with the crazy space dogfighting is that they doubled down on the problem from the first movie where it's like, again, the spaceship, we know what it is. Like, obviously we know that there's a Predator by now in the Predator movie, but the reveal of the Predator in the first minute of the movie takes all the mystique and danger and interest away because it's just the first shot of your monster alien is him just like, oh God, I'm crashing! And like panicking.
Yeah, it is him crashing, and then yeah, they make him look like a little punk. 'Cause he crashes, he gets shot down, crashes, and then like he does get I was gonna say beat off by the main character.
Why not?
He gets beat off.
I'd watch that movie too at this point.
Yeah.
Anything but this movie.
He is effectively fought to a standstill by the main character in the first scene when he doesn't even know who the Predator is or what's happening. We also get some additions to the lore, which we'll get to also.
Yes.
That the Predators don't really have to aim or work their own equipment. It just kind of
It
just kind of
does it on
fires
its own,
and-
which
yeah.
really takes the magic out of the whole battle royale
Really
between
does.
Arnold and the Predator in the first one.
Definitely. Really
that it was
does.
like acting of its own volition.
Yeah, it really does, because I think we make the joke in the honest trailer for the first movie where it's like, you're a douchey big game hunter. And like that really does, and that we're sort of poking and trying to maybe stretch a little bit because it's a great movie. But this actually makes that true, where it's like,
Yeah, they just put the thing on and it automatically tracks its target and phew, like they don't do.
Yeah.
They're not hunters. They're just
No.
rich kids. They're just
Yeah.
standing still with their fancy toys.
their dad owns the mountain.
Dad owns this mountain.
Our after credits was right.
Oh yeah, the Predator 2 with the Did that
Son
ever
of
come
a
out?
bitch. No, I don't think that one ever
that's
came
too
out.
bad.
No, it's
All right, let's keep watching.
Keegan, stuck doing your mama jokes.
How do you circumcise a homeless man?
Kick your mom in the chin. If your mom's vagina were a video game, it'd be rated E for everyone.
The guy from Moonlight, mumbling through a cigarette.
He was good.
Theon Greyjoy
it's good
in
never,
search
never.
of a reason to be in the movie.
I forgot he was in it.
Pause.
When does he not be in the movie? I remember this, and I don't remember him doing
And then he
anything
just
else.
explodes in the third act. And this
As
is
do most of them.
Yeah.
Strangely.
I also went on this rant of the black hat cowboy in Halloween.
Yeah.
You put a guy, a giant dude in a big black cowboy hat, and never acknowledge it, never comes back into play later. Like, gonna
Right.
be wondering what happened there. Theon Greyjoy, clearly introduced to be a master of close-up magic and sleight of hand. You can't give a character a trait like I do close-up, like sneaky pocketing magic skills,
And never use it.
have it never be addressed again. It's just the thing he does when he meets you. It's like, your card has disappeared. That had to have been in a draft of the script where like he has to pocket
Oh, I'm
something,
sure it
or
was.
he has to
Yeah.
hide something in front of the Predator.
Which would be amazing.
Is this your card?
The Predator's getting frustrated because he's got the little like
Three-card Monty.
Three-card Monty. Yeah.
or the
Watch
cloaking,
the queen.
or the
Find the
cloaking
lady.
thing is under a cup.
Yeah.
Are you sure you lost that cloaking ball,
Yeah.
or is it behind your ear?
The Predator's like, oh.
Had to have happened and gotten cut, because otherwise,
Yeah.
why would they introduce him? Everyone gets a thing. I say Tourette's. I say the jokes. I smoke the cigs, and I do magic.
I do
and
magic.
He never does magic.
It's filler.
It's filler. It's something to do. Anyways.
A little bit of business for him.
playing.
Although Predator at the Magic Castle, I'd watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bad guy from Logan in a star turn as a generic soldier with a very elastic butthole.
And an esophagus, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
They'll team up with
Yeah, that's
Olivia
gonna take a little
Munn,
more than a shake.
biologist whose combat training comes out of nowhere because apparently her intro scene had a real predator in it. And they'll
Yes,
all
very
fight
messed up.
the evil Sterling K. Brown, who's here to kick ass and chew bubblegum. And he's all out of...
Chewing sound
he's-
effects.
Okay, I guess he's just here to chew gum and die.
Pause. That for me, watching the movie, was when we were in the third act, and I pretty much suspected that we were on a runaway train. But it was at that point when
You had suspicion.
yeah, I had my suspicions. But it was at that point when Sterling K. Brown, who to that point was the unquestioned antagonist of the film.
Yes.
Unquestionably the antagonist of the film. Literally had his head blown off.
Unceremoniously. In the dark
and was
by
never
accident.
referenced again. In the dark on accident. Never referenced again. That's when I was like, oh, nobody knows what's happening. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's when I realized that we were just, there was no one at the wheel.
Someone realized we can't have him alive at the end.
Yeah. Because what would we do with him?
What would we do?
So they just like kill him.
Okay, great. How? We established that the Predator's equipment works on its own.
And he turns
So,
his head and
yeah.
gets shot.
All right.
All right.
Gold, Jerry.
Even the cigarette guy is the one who I think sees it, and even his reaction is like our reaction.
Yeah.
He just kind of looks over and is like,
And I guess that
Huh.
that actually tracks for me because these guys barely know the main antagonist of the film. They haven't really.
True, yeah, they have no idea.
Olivia
who this guy
Munn's
is.
crossed paths with them a bunch, but they don't really know this guy.
No.
He just kind of
So,
showed up.
I guess it makes sense
Like,
in that context.
Sucks for that guy.
Yeah.
But that's your problem if your main characters and your main villain, unless you're the Fifth Element, never cross paths.
Yeah, that's
Because the Fifth Element, that was the bit.
Yeah. It's like an anti-movie. Let's just keep watching this one.
Yeah, we're like 30 seconds into the trailer.
I know, right?
The Predator is back to save us all.
So, this is his gift to humankind?
Or not. It's unclear.
That was a lot of people for a
And
guy
this
here to
time,
drop
the
off a
galaxy's
gift.
greatest
Pause,
hunter must
actually.
face its
And
most
for anyone
dangerous
who's like, he's freaking out and trying to escape from a prison, the first thing he does when he lands is just like strip all the flesh off of guy from Logan's friend and hang him upside down in a tree. It's the first thing he does.
He makes no effort. If he is really the rogue good predator who
Yeah.
got away to help warn Earth,
Yeah.
he's not like,
He should immediately. Yeah.
I'm here to talk to you about climate change.
They just swinging their spine around.
Listen to me. Your Earth is in danger.
maybe he was.
He's just ripping people apart while he does it.
Yeah.
Just like, there's an army coming.
You know, that's his love language. It's fine.
I hate this movie.
Yeah. And also, like, the whole thing, they've clearly come across predators before. They know who they are, what they're made of, like, down to the genetic level. And they're just like, again, every movie does this, but it's like, we'll just lightly tranquilize him.
Right.
Like, and just leave him up
He'll
on the
be
table.
unconscious for
no
hours.
restraints. Yeah, surely this won't wear off.
Only slightly better than Independence Day's. I'm gonna punch the exo armor once in the face, and that will knock this alien out for 12 hours.
Worse in this movie is that everything goes wrong because they do that. They lightly tranquilize a thing and then just surround it by scientists.
You know how I know it's lightly tranquilized? Because Olivia Munn shoots herself in the foot with the same trank and is limping.
she's
she
just like,
she walks it off.
man.
Well,
It's
because
an 11-foot tall alien.
But here's the thing. That's like almost, it's not your inciting incident, but like that's when everything goes wrong, is the moment it wakes up. Cut to end of movie, even less security until they finally just walk in and point guns at it. But like, no one should even be in the room with that weird predator box at the end. Like, no one should be in there.
you don't know what's in
Like,
there.
learn.
What if it's
Learn!
400 smaller shrink-wrapped predators? Then you're all dead.
They're everywhere.
Like, yeah, like soldiers go in after everything goes wrong, but like as they're opening it, like Jacob Tremblay's just up on a balcony.
Well,
like,
that's a
there's
whole
just
other
a
ethical
child up
dilemma
there.
of hiring this child.
Like, God.
Keep going. We'll never finish
We'll
this
never
rate.
at this rate. Yeah, the
Unclear.
holiday will be over.
And this time, the galaxy's greatest hunter must face its most dangerous opponent since Dodge. Expansion
This will not
of
be
the
the final
roar.
graphics.
No.
Dreads. What's that all about?
I don't know, maybe like sensory receptors?
for franchise.
I don't know.
Purpose is
Remember how I told you how they take people's spines, right? I think they're attempting hybridization.
Yeah, thanks for
Hey
explaining
guys,
everything.
Alien Hunts Badasses is all we need. 3-word pitch, done. So if you want
hated that.
desperate battles, genuinely shocking carnage, and immortal one-liners, rewatch the original.
Stick around.
Because the only thing here being stalked, killed, and kept as a trophy is your time. You are one ugly mother. Starring G.I. Schmo, Chewie, Young Sheldon, X-Wing at Aloysiousness, Missouri Western State University, Dr.
Cute
Tough
deal.
Lady Girl, PhD. You versus the predator she told you not to
Pause.
worry about.
We didn't talk about is it the
The-
titular predator? The other
Yes.
predator?
The first one was Predator. That
Yeah.
one is the Predator. The Hulk?
What's his thing? You know, he's tall.
Yeah.
Like they had this chance to create a new predator. Even in world, like the Predator Council, the Predacops
Well, they had
or whatever.
they had established in Predators, if this is to be considered canon, that there
And I
are
think it
two
is in this movie.
species of predators. The ones we know,
Yeah.
and those ish, kind of.
The big ones.
The bigger ones, and that the little ones are like the little venoms, and they're all the losers of the. But even still, none of that is really referenced in this film.
Okay.
again, it's 14 layers of complication onto something that really should not have been
Doesn't need
too
it.
complicated.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I just was disappointed in like his thing is that he's the Predator but bigger and
Yeah.
just like and also kind of like slower. He just kind of like
And dumber.
And dumber.
Like,
he just kind of stalks you. He
No,
just kind of
he
walks.
just slowly
toward-
walks
but he's
lumbers.
bigger.
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to think of a movie where what if we just make the thing bigger was like good,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
but
it's
they
like the-
keep doing it.
Because like the Predator has all these cool things he can do. You
Yeah.
know, he's got the glaive. He can turn invisible. He's got heat vision and the little triple dot thing. The big one doesn't have anything cooler to do than just be taller. That's all he's got.
It's like if Creed 3 was going to be about Creed fighting 8 guys with guns. Like, that's not. It's different. Like, just let him box. He just has to box a guy who's better at boxing than him and come out on top. Just
I
let.
would watch that movie.
But
Like
what
doing
you didn't know
all these push-ups.
was that Apollo Creed owed the Yakuza $3 million. And
Yeah,
that
to take
debt
a
has
dive.
come
You know what I'm
due.
saying? Like, Predator, it's just the most badass guy on our planet, toe-to-toe with a thing that is a little more badass than him. Can he survive? Like, that's it. That's, I don't need to know why it's more badass. I don't need it to be even more baddie-assier.
Yeah.
Like,
No one was asking why does he have dreadlocks.
because it looks dope.
'Cause it
That's
looks
why.
cool.
It looks cool.
Because it's better than the Red Lobster costume that Jean-Claude
Yeah.
Van Damme was dancing around in.
And then even the things that we had answers to, with like why is he tearing out spines to keep his trophies? Like, because that's something a hunter would
Yeah.
do.
I didn't require explanation on that.
Oh, that they were gonna get the DNA of another species to hybrid
That
themselves.
takes all of the badassness out of just like that's objectively like that was Mortal Kombat before Mortal Kombat was just like why is the Predator a badass? Well, because he rips your spine out in one piece.
Yeah. And then he
it becomes
buffs
so
it.
much less badass when it's like, well, he was actually doing that to conduct some scientific research in order
Yeah, and
to
let's-
perfect it. No,
and let's
stop
take
it.
them. Let's take them at their word in the world. If they're taking human DNA to hybridize, what does the predator species have to gain from us? Are they going to be smaller and pinker?
Jacob Tremblay is brilliant.
Or if they're going to get like the mental aspects of human DNA, they're going to get people on the spectrum to hybridize with. So, really?
Well, wasn't it something about colonization or no? They want the big ones wanted us to die because it would make us into a nice little predator world for them, right?
Well, it'd be the perfect
It'd be
hothouse
hot.
Yes,
hunting
it'd be
environment.
a
It'd
hothouse
be like-
hunting environment.
Yes.
For what? God, this whole fucking thing.
Also, their depiction of people on the spectrum was a little, again, like the movie version, where it's like he has a photographic memory, which is
Right.
Honestly-
different, and also he had a very runny nose. I don't think that's a thing.
Also, freaks
He's
out.
always like, "Ugh."
freaks out because there's a fire alarm, which is a thing.
Yeah.
Like, but giant
never
alien
comes back.
chasing him, gunfire all over the place. He's good.
Never comes back into play.
Yeah, never comes back. If I'm an executive and I hire a writer to come in and pitch on anything, and they're like, and one of their big ideas is, hey, what if autism is a superpower? Like, I probably don't hire that guy because it's a weird, like, it's not.
You can make an autistic kid a hero in the story,
Yeah.
but they're literally making it.
But like, yeah, making autism like this one more step and then you're telekinetic, like it's not. It's not.
I don't get the point. Wait. First, I can't say it's bad. Now I can't say it's really good neither. It's like they went normal people. What do you want me to do? Huh?
Yeah, I wrote Monster Squad.
Yeah.
I wrote Monster Squad.
Wolfman's got nods. You don't remember that?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Keep
I'm
going.
trying to advance the culture here. I don't know what you people want
I'm
anymore.
trying to advance the culture.
Super Shredder, Duratan.
Wait, did we
This
jump
is
ahead?
dumb.
No.
And that thing where dogs look like their owner.
He's got dogs.
Audience versus
It's a
Predator.
continuation of Austrian versus Predator for the first one.
They will all be
Hulk,
AVPs.
Alien, The Thing, I Am Legend, The Fly, Ghostbusters, this movie. Why does every single nerd franchise have evil dogs in it? Can a monster get an evil turtle or something?
Love that
Oh
clip.
God, what's that? Master of
Master of
Disguise?
Disguise,
Yeah.
This was. We have another tag that I liked more until they added that
Yes, that's
to
what
the
did it.
turtle thing.
That pushed it over the edge.
and that's what made it
if
work.
the Predator had Dana Carvey's Turtle Man as a sidekick.
Because at first it was just like the baby Ninja Turtle going radical.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what made it work.
Delete scenes?
Have we them?
Starring General Army Guy. Blowing is half the battle. A Dutch baby. Half a Dutch. Dutch boy. Chewing scenery. Tiny Stark. Olivia Newcomb-Gone. Monster v. Monster. The only cast member that actually took out a predator.
She comes out of nowhere.
I Hate Mondays. Predfit. Should have been Dutch. And Key and Peeled. Dead Pred Redemption. Another dead franchise. Quip Quip Bomb Bomb.
Kiss, kiss,
To
bang, bang.
catch and then immediately release a predator.
Did you see that? He grew an exoskeleton under his skin.
So, like, a skeleton.
Right? An exoskeleton, but under your skin.
Yeah.
That would be a skeleton.
That's just a...
That would
Exo
be,
means an outside skeleton.
Oh, so now we're just gonna fact check every bit of science?
What? So you're just throwing
Yeah,
out
you
your
just-
medical terminology, Mr. Smarty
Oh,
Pants?
Sorry, I didn't form a hypothesis, then conduct an experiment, then report my
Oh.
conclusions.
I'll trigger you, snowflakes. I'm gonna put 10 more pussy jokes.
What do you dial up, Mr. Fancy Internet with your WebMD? Like
What do you
know
need
all
a-
your medical stuff. I'm on dial-up.
Yeah.
I don't know this fancy
You need a
stuff.
trifold white poster board with some facts written on it?
The science fair. All right.
Really like
Look,
this guy.
it's too bad because there's so many good Predator movies one could have made, and this was 0 for 5.
Yeah.
I know. It didn't succeed in any
And
of it.
honestly, most of the ones they put in this, I think, also just would have been bad on their own.
The only one I like is the soldiers on the bus.
Yeah.
Get hunted down.
Yeah,
Hunted
crazy war
down.
criminals getting hunted down on the bus. I'm down with.
Yeah.
And that's all it needed to be.
Just it's raising more and more questions. For one, why is Alfie Allen is like British? What is he doing in the
Army.
America's Army soldier program bus? And then Thomas Jane, not Thomas Jane, the main character, like everyone else is a criminal. Everyone else like did something bad.
Yeah.
He just said he saw an alien. He just needs a
Well,
little
I mean,
therapy.
they're trying to just get rid of him because he saw an alien. But if that's the case, why isn't he just dead? Because the moment anyone else sees the alien and then they consider them to go slightly rogue, they're just like, kill her, kill him, kill him.
Kill them,
So why
kill
didn't they
them,
just
kill them. Kill him?
yeah?
Yeah.
He's like a special missions guy. It's not like
Listen, you don't kill off a man with a butthole that flexible.
No,
that's such a waste.
That's
That's
fine.
such
That's
a
why-
waste of a flexible
That's why the
butthole
Predator would have wanted him.
and esophagus.
That's Army strong.
The Predator's
His
like
intestinal system is the next step in human evolution.
the Predators are like, man, it's hard to pass some of the stuff that we eat.
Yeah.
That cloaking device didn't even work. It was just a test to see if he could pass it.
He's fast.
All right, rip his spine out.
Yeah.
He's got the butthole we've been looking for generations.
Oh God. They've said he sent us a weapon. It's just like depends.
The Predators are after his butthole.
I like this movie. Another thing that annoyed me about this film that we didn't make it into is how they just spawn vehicles when they need them, like cheat codes in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
They're like, get to the choppers. Cute, but they're seriously just 8
bikes.
chopper bikes with their keys still in them,
know,
just
just-
lined up
Just
outside.
outside the military base.
Yeah. And then when they need to get somewhere, it's like he just shows up with cop cars. Like probably killed a couple cops to get those.
Yeah.
And then at the end, just shows up with a news chopper. Like, what are they? What's going on here? What's going on? What is this movie? Turn your brain off, me.
Yeah.
But I couldn't.
I hate this movie.
Because we had to watch it. Yeah,
It's pretty bad.
and I also will forgive it if the action itself was incredible, but it's pretty generic. Hunting through the jungle stuff. I really didn't like the scene with the dogs where the dogs are just standing still and they're just unloading round after round into them, and they're just standing there.
Why?
Why?
Also, what the dog never paid off, right? Like,
Not
it
really,
didn't even
no.
do like a
Friend.
last minute save at the end or something, or sacrifice itself to save Olivia Munn.
I kept waiting for it to really
dog to
pay
turn on
off.
its master.
and then-
Schrodinger's dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
You introduced a kindly predator dog and then just kept showing us the kindly predator dog and it never paid off.
No. And how about that finale where it's like, you have been proven worthy. I will give you 7 minutes. And then they're all like, scatter into the dark jungle. Like that's quick. Everybody split up and
No
go-
coordination.
and run into the jungle. We also know where the predator is. Let's not just like sit here and aim all of our guns at it. Like, no, let's all skedaddle into the deep woods where the predator surely can't hunt us one by one. Surely that's not the thing the predator does. We goodbye.
Yeah,
we'll see you
we could
next
do
week.
this all day.
Yeah, we'll see you next week for
a viral sensation.
a viral sensation. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed this. It'll be continuing off camera, but sorry, we're just gonna keep going.
Just angry now.
There's been another episode of Honest Trailer Commentaries. Have a good
Kill
one.
me.